In this quiet moment, when the world around me finally loosens its grip, I come before you, Lord, with a heart both trembling and hopeful. The noise of life has followed me for so long, the weight of unspoken fears and the heaviness of unanswered questions pressing against my chest. Yet here, in this stillness, I sense your nearness drawing me gently into a different kind of silence, a sacred one. A silence where you speak deeper than words, where you breathe on the places in me that I often hide, where you remind me that I am seen, known, and carried even when I feel lost inside myself. I lift my spirit to you now, God, with a longing that aches for something more than comfort, something more than blessing, something more than answers. I come longing for you, for your presence, for your voice, for your heart beating near mine. And as I settle into this moment, I feel you inviting me to let go, not with force, not with pressure, but with the tenderness of a father who understands every fragile piece of my humanity. You ask me to loosen my grip on the fears that have shaped my days, the worries that have drained my strength, the memories that whisper lies about who I am and where my life is heading. Lord, I bring to you the ache I do not know how to fix. I bring the exhaustion that I hide behind a steady face. I bring the confusion that circles around in my mind late at night, keeping me awake with questions I cannot answer. I bring the heaviness that sits in my chest, the kind that makes me wonder if I am enough, if I am chosen, if I am capable, if you still have something beautiful in store for me. And as I bring these things, you meet me not with disappointment, not with impatience, but with compassion that melts the tension inside me. You remind me that you have not abandoned me, that you walk with me through every valley, that no storm is too violent for your peace to reach me, and no night is too dark for your light to break through. In the quietness of this prayer, I can almost feel your hands lifting the burdens I've carried alone for far too long. I sense you whispering that my life is not unraveling, it is being reshaped, that the waiting I despise is not a punishment, it is preparation, that the doors which closed were not failures, they were protections. You remind me that every season I thought was wasted, every chapter I thought was meaningless, every tear I tried to hide, was seen by you and held by you. None of it was lost. None of it was forgotten. None of it was without purpose. And so I breathe, slowly, deeply, letting the tightness inside my soul loosen as I lean into your presence. You gently unfold the truth that you are not only the God who restores what was lost, but the God who reveals what was hidden, the God who replaces fear with courage, confusion with clarity, scarcity with abundance, and loneliness with the warmth of your unfailing love. Even now, even here, you are rewriting the story of my heart, drawing me toward a future I cannot see yet, but one that you have already prepared with intention, beauty, and purpose. In this moment, God, with my spirit open and my heart trembling in your hands, I surrender again. I surrender the battles I cannot win in my own strength. I surrender the questions that have worn down my peace. I surrender the expectations that have drained my joy. I surrender the pressure I place on myself to have everything figured out. I surrender the fear that tells me I am alone. And as I let these things go, I feel you filling the empty spaces with something holy, something steady, something eternal. You remind me that you are not simply watching my story unfold. You are guiding it. You are aligning things I cannot yet see. You are working behind the scenes in ways I wouldn't believe even if you showed me. You are healing wounds I thought were permanent. You are rebuilding parts of me I thought were broken beyond repair. You are shaping me into someone stronger, wiser, softer, and more dependent on your grace than ever before. And though I may not understand every step, I trust that the God who has carried me this far will not fail me now. So here in this sacred stillness, I whisper a simple but honest prayer. Lord, stay with me, lead me, hold me, Shape me. Help me see you in every breath. Help me hear you in every quiet moment. Help me follow you even when the path feels uncertain. Cover me with the peace that goes beyond understanding, the peace that keeps my heart steady when life is shaking, the peace that assures me that even when everything around me changes, you remain the same, faithful, present, unchanging, and overwhelmingly good. As I rest in this truth, I feel hope returning. Not the loud kind of hope, not the kind that shouts or demands attention, but the gentle hope that rises slowly, like the first soft light before dawn. It warms me from within. It steadies my breathing. It reminds me that my story is not over, that even now you are writing new chapters, chapters filled with redemption, growth, healing, and divine purpose. And so, with quiet trust, I entrust this journey to you again, believing that the God who never leaves me will walk with me into everything that is coming next. Lord, as I continue in this quiet place with you, I feel something unfolding inside me, something gentle yet powerful, like a slow sunrise breaking through the heaviness that once clouded my heart. It is as if your presence is reaching deeper, touching the places I rarely allow anyone to see, the places where old fears hide, where hidden disappointments linger, where memories I never fully healed from still echo softly. Yet instead of shrinking back, I feel myself leaning in, because with you, even the painful things feel safer to face. You whisper to my spirit that gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a holy discipline, a sacred posture of the heart. And I realize how often I've struggled to hold gratitude and grief at the same time. I thought gratitude required denying my pain. I thought grief meant I had no faith. But here you are, teaching me that both can coexist, that the heart which learns to thank you in the midst of sorrow becomes a heart that remains soft, alive, and unbroken by bitterness. You remind me that gratitude is not ignoring the storm. It is recognizing the one who speaks peace in the middle of it. So I pause, quietly, intentionally, and I let my mind drift back through the timeline of my life, not to reopen wounds, but to remember the unmistakable fingerprints of your faithfulness. Moments when healing came just in time, when provision arrived at the very last second, when strength appeared on the very day I thought I would collapse, when peace settled over me like a warm blanket in the middle of a night filled with fear. These memories rise slowly, filling the room of my heart with a warmth that only your presence can create, reminding me that if you carried me before, then you will surely carry me now. You lead me gently into the truth that gratitude is more than a response to what you've done. It is a weapon, a spiritual weapon forged in the unseen places, one that silences fear, one that pushes back the shadows of anxiety, one that lifts my eyes upward even when life tries to drag them down. You teach me that when fear attacks, I can answer with thanksgiving. When worry whispers lies, I can respond with praise. When doubt tries to cloud my spirit, I can remember the times your light broke through the very darkness I thought would drown me. This is the language of victory, and you invite me to speak it boldly. And then, Lord, you draw my heart into a deeper revelation, one that feels both tender and overwhelming. You remind me that all the promises you've spoken, all the blessings you've given, all the victories you've prepared, all the healing you've released are not the final gift. They are beautiful, yes. Precious, yes. Life-changing, yes. But they are not the ultimate treasure. You whisper gently, yet with a weight that shakes my soul, that the greatest gift you offer is not something you give, but yourself. You are my reward. You are my portion. You are my treasure. You are the joy no earthly blessing can match. You are the peace no circumstance can alter. You are the love that outlasts everything else. And suddenly, everything becomes clearer. The longing for joy I chased in achievements, the desire for fulfillment I tried to find in people, The hunger for meaning I pursued in success, none of it ever satisfied me for long. None of it ever quieted the deepest desires of my heart, because I was created not for temporary happiness, but for eternal communion with you. You alone are the fullness of joy, and no matter how far I wander or how much I search, nothing else can fill the space shaped for your presence. You invite me closer, not to earn anything, not to strive, not to perform, not to prove myself, but simply to be with you, to sit with you, to listen to you, to walk with you, to enjoy you as a friend, a father, a companion, the one who knows me more deeply than anyone else ever could. You remind me that I was not created for a transactional faith, where I pray, obey, and hope for blessing in return, but for a relationship where my heart and yours move together as one. And so, Lord, as you open this deeper invitation, something inside me softens, something in me breaks open, not with pain, but with longing. Longing for the intimacy I've been too distracted to nurture. Longing for the quiet moments with you I pushed aside. Longing for the closeness that transforms me from the inside out. You whisper that you are not looking for employees in your kingdom. You are longing for sons and daughters. You desire not only my obedience, but my affection. Not only my service, but my heart. Not only my prayers, but my presence. You invite me into the cool of the day, like you once walked with Adam, not rushing, not striving, not hiding. You invite me into the secret place where you spoke with Abraham as a friend, not a distant deity, but a loving companion. You invite me into the kind of relationship that quiets every fear, heals every insecurity, and strengthens every weakness. Lord, as these truths wash over me, I begin to see how many things have tried to distract me from this simple, powerful reality. Life pulls at my attention. Worries occupy my mind. The world demands my energy. But here, in this moment, I feel the call to return to what matters most, to return to the center of everything, to return to the love that never lets me go. You whisper, "Come away with me." And those words settle deep in my soul like a healing balm. I feel the tug, gentle yet irresistible, to step into a quiet place with you, even if only for a few stolen minutes in the middle of a busy day. You ask me to lay down the noise, to silence the voices, to quiet the worries, and to simply be, just be, with you, in you, held by you, loved by you. And so I breathe again, slowly, deeply, letting the clutter of my thoughts fall away as I rest in the truth that when I choose you above everything else, peace finds me, clarity finds me, strength finds me. Every blessing I seek begins to flow naturally when my first desire is simply to be with you. This is what I was created for. This is where my heart finds home. And so in this moment, Lord, I say yes. Yes to your presence. Yes to your invitation. Yes to the deeper communion my soul has longed for. Yes to walking with you not out of duty, but out of love. Yes to a life shaped not by striving, but by being with you, in you, and for you. For in your presence, every good thing flows, and every burden loses its power. Lord, as I continue to rest in this sacred nearness with you, I sense your voice shifting, still gentle, still tender, yet carrying a new weight, a holy seriousness, a fatherly urgency. You begin to reveal that as I step into a deeper place of intimacy with you, the enemy's strategy against me will not disappear. Rather, it will transform. Not into louder threats, not into overwhelming temptations, but into something quieter, subtler, and far more dangerous: distraction. You open my eyes to see that distraction is the silent thief of destiny. the quiet killer of spiritual focus, the invisible chain that can pull a soul away long before it realizes it has drifted. And as you reveal this, I feel a sobering stillness settle over me, a realization that what threatens my purpose is not always darkness invading my life, but light being slowly pulled away through divided attention. You show me that the enemy no longer relies on the old tactics that once held me: shame, condemnation, paralysis, fear, because your truth already shattered those chains. But now, he seeks to weaken me by scattering my focus, by pulling my gaze away inch by inch, until my heart is no longer fixed on you, but diluted among 1,000 lesser things. You whisper to my spirit, guard your focus, protect your gaze, watch over where your heart turns. And as these words echo through me, I feel their truth resonate deeply, because I know, Lord, how easily my eyes wander, how quickly comparison sneaks in, how subtly anxiety grows, how quietly pressure builds, how gently, yet powerfully, the world tugs at the center of my attention. You reveal that distractions do not always appear as evil. They often arrive disguised as good, familiar, convenient, or comfortable. Opportunities that seem promising, yet pull me away from your calling. Conversations that appear harmless, yet drain my spiritual strength. Thoughts that appear reasonable, yet slowly fill my soul with doubt. You show me that the enemy's aim is not only to make me fall, but to make me drift. And so you speak with clarity. Focus is not optional. It is spiritual warfare. Attention is not casual. It is a battleground. My mind is not neutral. It is contested territory. You call me to look honestly at the distractions surrounding me like fog. Comparison, noise, busyness, pressure, worldly opinions, unresolved hurts, all whispering for a piece of my attention. And you remind me that the path you set before me is straight and narrow, not because you want to restrict me, but because my purpose is too sacred to be divided among lesser things. In this moment, Lord, I feel the call to spiritual pruning, an invitation not of loss, but of liberation. You begin to highlight the habits that drain me, the patterns that exhaust me, the commitments that crowd my spirit, the voices that confuse my direction, the fears I rehearse, the doubts I entertain, the conversations I replay, the burdens I was never designed to carry. You show me that pruning is not punishment, it is preparation, not removal, it is refinement, not lack, it is alignment. Just as a gardener trims away even healthy branches so that the tree can bear better fruit, you invite me to release things that may not be wrong, but are not part of my calling, things that take up room. You want to fill, things that occupy energy, you want to use. Things that distract my eyes from the assignment you created me for. I feel you gently asking, what must be cut away so that your purpose can breathe again? What must be laid down so your spirit can rise again? What must be surrendered so your focus can return to me? And Lord, as I sit with these questions, I feel conviction, but not shame, correction, but not heaviness. It is a holy invitation to clarity, a loving reminder that a cluttered life produces a cluttered spirit, but a focused heart carries power. You show me the image of a magnifying glass capturing the scattered rays of the sun, and only when the light is concentrated does it ignite a flame. You whisper that my life is exactly like that when my time, energy, and love are diffused, I feel weak, overwhelmed, ineffective, stretched too thin to burn brightly. But when I direct everything toward you, toward your presence, your calling, your voice, something ignites inside me, something powerful, something unstoppable, something divine. And so, Lord, in this holy moment, I choose focus, not the world's version, not self-driven discipline, not white-knuckled effort, but a focus rooted in devotion, born from intimacy, sustained by grace. Help me lift my eyes above distractions, above comparison, above pressure, above noise. Help me fix my gaze on Jesus, the author and the finisher of my story, the one who began the good work in me and the one who will complete it. Help me guard my heart with vigilance, not fear, with wisdom, not anxiety, with devotion, not striving. Lord, I surrender my scattered attention. I surrender every competing priority. I surrender every unnecessary burden. I surrender every voice that pulls me away from yours. I surrender the distractions that have become too familiar to recognize. And in this surrender, I feel your peace rise within me. Not a peace that makes life easier, but a peace that makes me unshakable. I feel you rebuilding my focus from the inside out, aligning my steps, clearing my vision, steadying my heart, purifying my intentions, and awakening my spirit to the beauty of a life centered fully on you. For when my eyes are fixed on you, Lord, my path clears, my strength returns, my purpose sharpens, my joy deepens, my burdens lighten, my spirit awakens, and my life becomes a vessel for your glory. Let this be my prayer. Let this be my posture. Let this be my offering, a heart that chooses you above all else, a mind anchored in your truth, a spirit free from distraction, a life that burns with singular devotion. Lord, as I remain in this place of stillness before you, I feel you drawing me deeper, beyond distraction, beyond clutter, beyond noise, into a realm of clarity that only comes from true surrender. It is here, in this sacred quiet, where you begin revealing the truth that the battles I face externally are merely shadows of the battles taking place within me. You show me that the greatest warfare is not waged in the visible world, but in the unseen spaces of the soul, in the thoughts I entertain, the beliefs I carry, the stories I repeat to myself when no one else is listening, and you whisper gently yet firmly. The war is won when the heart is surrendered. Suddenly, Lord, I see how often I've tried to fight spiritual battles with human weapons, logic instead of trust, planning instead of prayer, striving instead of surrender. There have been moments when I ran ahead of your timing, thinking I could fix things faster. Moments when I tried to reason through burdens that could only be healed by resting in your presence. Moments when I fought shadows instead of kneeling before the one who casts the light. And in this moment, you begin to teach me a deeper truth, that the victory I long for does not come from force, but from yielding, not from pushing harder, but from laying down, not from trying to control, but from letting you reign. You show me that surrender is not weakness, but warfare, that surrender is not losing, but winning, that surrender is not the absence of strength, but the release of your strength in place of mine. Lord, I feel you calling me to loosen my grip on the things I've held too tightly, the plans I've idolized, the expectations I've carried like heavy stone, the wounds I've tried to heal by myself. You ask me to open my hands, just open, and trust that what you place there will always be better than anything I cling to. As I breathe and let go, I feel the weight of burdens I have carried for years begin to loosen. The burden of trying to be strong all the time. The burden of pretending everything is fine. The burden of carrying responsibilities that were never mine. The burden of believing I had to earn love, earn purpose, earn acceptance. You touch these heavy places gently, as a father would tend to a child who has been wounded, and you whisper, "You were never meant to carry this alone." And in that whisper, something breaks, something softens, something inside me exhales for the first time in a long time. I begin to understand that you do not want pieces of me. You want the whole of me, not only the polished parts, but the trembling ones, not only the victories, but the wounds, not only the moments of faith, but the moments of fear. You want the fears I hide, the thoughts I bury, the disappointments I mask with a smile, the longing I never speak out loud. You want it all, because only what is surrendered can be transformed. Lord, I feel you drawing me into a holy exchange. My fear for your peace, my uncertainty for your direction, my sorrow for your comfort, my striving for your rest, my weakness for your strength, my anxiety for your assurance, my confusion for your clarity. It is here, in the heart of surrender, that I begin to feel a supernatural alignment taking place, as if you are realigning the very rhythm of my spirit with the heartbeat of heaven. You show me that clarity does not come from knowing every answer, but from knowing the one who guides every step. That peace does not come from having control, but from trusting the one who controls all. That rest is not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of your spirit carrying me through it. Lord, I feel you revealing that some of the battles I face are not meant to be fought. They are meant to be surrendered. There are mountains that will move not because I push, but because I yield. There are storms that will calm not because I stand strong, but because I kneel low. There are chains that will break not by my effort, but by my surrender. And so I begin to release the outcome, release the timeline, release the fear of what if, release the wounds I've carried too long, release the need to understand everything. As I release, I feel your spirit filling the empty spaces, filling them with hope, with life, with renewed strength, with a peace that settles deep into the bones. You begin to teach me the rhythm of true surrender, that it is not a one-time moment, but a daily posture, a quiet yielding, a steady trust, a continual leaning into the arms that have never let me fall. You show me that surrender is the soil where clarity grows. Only when my hands are empty can you place something new within them. Only when my heart is quiet can I hear your whisper. Only when my fears are released can courage rise. And so I whisper back to you, a whisper that feels like both a confession and a commitment. Lord, I surrender. Not part of me, not half of me, all of me. Lord, take my expectations, take my plans, take my fears, take my timing, take my dreams, take my wounds, take every part of me that has tried to survive without you. Fill me with what is from you and remove what is not. Let my surrender become the doorway to deeper intimacy, the pathway to clarity, the invitation for transformation. And as I sit in the quiet after surrender, a new strength begins to rise within me. Not loud, not forceful, but steady, unshakable, holy. A strength born not from striving, but from abiding, not from effort, but from presence, not from control, but from trust. Lord, this is where I want to remain, in the quiet center of your will, in the stillness of your presence, in the peace of surrender, in the clarity of trust. Keep my spirit soft, my heart open, my eyes lifted, my hands yielded, and my soul anchored in your love. For you are the God who fights for me, the God who carries me, the God who leads me, the God who comforts me, the God who refines me, the God who restores me, the God who never leaves me. Lord, I surrender again, and in that surrender, I find clarity, I find peace, I find strength, I find you. Lord, as I rise from the quiet surrender you led me into, I feel your presence deepening, drawing me into a new realm where trust becomes not just something I speak, but something I live. There is a shift in the atmosphere around my spirit, as if heaven itself is gently rearranging the posture of my heart. I feel you pulling me into a place where faith is no longer reactive, but rooted, where clarity is no longer distant, but present, where your guidance is not something I chase, but something I walk within. And so, Lord, I let myself stay here, listening, breathing, receiving, letting you speak into the places where I have wrestled the most. For you know, Father, you know how often my heart has swung between peace and pressure, between confidence and confusion, between moments where I felt unshakable and moments where I felt undone. Yet in this space, I begin to understand that you never called me to be unshakable in myself, but unshakable in you. You never asked me to never feel overwhelmed, only to bring the overwhelm into your presence. You never demanded that I have all the answers, only that I lean on the one who always does. Lord, you begin to reveal that clarity does not arrive like a thunderstorm, but like morning light, soft, gentle, consistent, breaking through slowly until the whole horizon becomes bright. And I hear you whisper again, walk with me, not ahead of me, not behind me, with me. Lord, how many times have I confused stillness with stagnation? How many moments have I mistaken waiting for weakness, not realizing that waiting with you is the most powerful form of alignment? In this moment, you begin showing me that clarity is born not only in surrender, but in presence, staying, resting, listening long enough for your voice to echo louder than my thoughts, louder than my fears, louder than the world around me. And so I breathe deeply and let your peace settle over me like a warm blanket resting on tired shoulders. Lord, you begin touching the places where impatience has lived within me, the places where I've hurried ahead, the places where I tried to rush what you were still preparing, the places where I fought your timing because I feared being left behind. But you remind me gently that delay in your hands is never denial, that waiting with you is never wasted, that what feels slow in the natural is often strategic in the spiritual. And so, Lord, I begin to release the rush, release the pressure, release the timelines I built inside my mind, release the fear that I might somehow miss your plan. Father, I see now that you are not a God of chaos. You are a God of order, timing, rhythm, alignment, and every step you take me through, even the ones I don't understand, are part of a divine sequence designed to protect me, strengthen me, and prepare me. Lord, I feel you inviting me into a different kind of trust, a trust that does not demand details, a trust that does not crumble under pressure, a trust that does not retreat when the future is unclear, a trust that rests, a trust that anchors, a trust that believes, a trust that obeys. And you begin showing me that trust is not only believing you can, it is believing you will, and even deeper, believing you are already doing it. Even when I don't see movement, you are aligning. Even when I feel nothing shifting, you are preparing. Even when everything looks still, you are moving beneath the surface. Lord, you show me that clarity begins with remembering who you are, the God who never lies, the God who never forgets, the God who never abandons, the God who never fails, the God who keeps every promise spoken and every promise whispered. And so I begin placing my fears before you, fear of the unknown, fear of disappointment, fear of repeating the past, fear of making the wrong choice, fear of not being enough, fear of missing something important. And you answer each fear with one truth: I am with you. With me in uncertainty, with me in decisions, with me in transition, with me in valleys, with me on mountaintops, with me in quiet days, with me in heavy nights, with me when I understand and when I don't. Lord, I feel you peel back layers of doubt that have been sitting inside my heart, layers I didn't even realize were there, layers built from old wounds, old failures, old seasons, old disappointments. You gently show me that some of my hesitation to trust does not come from you, but from my own history. And yet you remind me that my past is not a prophecy, and my history is not my destiny. You are rewriting what fear tried to define. You are restoring what pain tried to erase. You are rebuilding what life tried to break. You are renewing what weariness tried to drain. And in this moment, Lord, I feel you calling me to trust not only your power, but your character. To trust that you are good, even when life is not. To trust that you are faithful, even when the path is long. To trust that you are near, even when you feel distant. To trust that you are guiding, even when I cannot trace your hand. And as I trust, clarity begins to rise like a gentle dawn, revealing not the entire road, but the next step. You show me that obedience unlocks clarity and trust unlocks direction. I don't need to see the destination. I only need to stay aligned with the one who knows every turn. Lord, you reshape my thinking. Teach me to walk slowly when you whisper wait, and boldly when you whisper go. Teach me to sense your rhythm, to move with your breath, to walk with your word, to rest in your presence. Let my soul become so anchored in you that no opinion can sway me, no fear can shake me, no shadow can blind me, no lie can confuse me. Let clarity become not just a moment, but a way of living, a holy awareness, a constant knowing, a steady confidence that rises from a heart fully surrendered. Lord, guide my thoughts until they reflect your truth. Guide my steps until they align with your will. Guide my heart until it beats in rhythm with heaven. I place my desires before you, my dreams before you, my plans before you, my worries before you, my future before you, my whole life before you. And I ask one thing: lead me, shape me, transform me, use me, speak to me, keep me close. Lord, if clarity comes from intimacy, then draw me closer still, closer than fear, closer than doubt, closer than noise, closer than routine, closer than anything that pulls my heart away from you. Wrap me in your peace, steady me in your truth, and fill me with the kind of clarity that cannot be shaken, because it is born not from sight, but from faith. I rest in you now, Lord, and I know that where surrender remains and clarity flows, where trust grows, peace deepens, where faith stands, fear fades. Lead me onward, Father, for my heart is ready, my hands are open, my spirit is listening, and my soul is yours. Lord, as I continue to rest in this quiet unfolding of your presence, I feel you drawing me deeper still, into a place where clarity becomes courage, where understanding becomes obedience, and where trust begins transforming into holy confidence. Something inside me shifts again, subtle yet undeniable, like the turning of a spiritual season. It feels as though you are lifting layers, layer after layer, of doubts I didn't know I was still carrying, gently peeling them away the way morning sun lifts fog from a sleeping field. And in this stillness, Lord, I begin to sense that you are not only speaking to my confusion, but to my capacity. You are awakening something in me that has been dormant, not dead, just waiting for breath, waiting for permission, waiting for you. You invite me into a place where I no longer ask, Lord, am I capable? But instead whisper, Lord, make me usable. You begin redefining what strength means, what faith means, what walking with you means. Not striving, not grasping, not forcing, but flowing. Flowing with your timing, flowing with your wisdom, flowing with your peace, flowing with the quiet yet unstoppable movement of your spirit. Lord, you begin bringing my attention to the places where I have tried to carry things alone. Responsibilities, expectations, fears, pressures I never admitted, weights I silently accepted as normal. I feel you press gently on those places, not to expose them with shame, but to free them with truth. You whisper, let me carry what was never meant to rest on your shoulders. And something in me loosens. Something in me exhales. Something in me softens. And suddenly, Lord, I realize how much I have been trying to hold together with my own hands, my future, my outcomes, my relationships, my stability, my identity, my path. But you show me softly that surrender is not losing control. It is returning control to the one who never loses anything. Lord, teach me to live with hands open, not clenched, with heart surrendered, not guarded, with spirit yielded, not resistant. Because everything I try to control controls me, but everything I place in your hands is transformed. And so I begin to release again, release expectations, release fears, release timelines, release the pressure to be strong every moment. You remind me that strength does not mean never bending. It means bending toward you. Lord, I sense you moving me into a holy recentering, a realignment of my inner life, a recalibration of my spirit, a restoration of the quiet strength that only comes from intimacy with you. You show me that the clarity I'm seeking does not begin in the mind. It begins in the heart that rests, the heart that trusts, the heart that listens, the heart that yields. And in this sacred recalibration, you begin speaking to the deeper layers of my identity. Not who I have been, not who fear says I am, not who my past mistakes try to define, but who you say I am. Lord, you reveal that clarity is not only about seeing the path, it is about seeing myself through your eyes. Because if I do not know who I am in you, I will doubt what you call me to do. And so you speak again, not loudly, but with a warm, steady whisper that melts walls inside me. You are mine. Those 3 words, they rewrite everything. They dissolve lies. They silence shame. They steady trembling places. They anchor storms. They heal what the world broke. And you continue, you are chosen. Lord, chosen. Chosen not because I am perfect, but because you are purposeful. Chosen not because I earned anything, but because you prepared everything. And then you speak the word that reaches into the deepest part of me. You are enough. Enough for the calling you have given me. Enough for the season I am stepping into. Enough for the battles I will face. Enough because you fill where I lack. Enough because your spirit strengthens my weakness. Enough because your grace carries what my humanity cannot. Lord, you begin healing the old belief that whispered, you must prove your worth. You shatter the lie that said, you need to be better before God can use you. You correct the voice that claimed you are behind, and you replace them with truth, a truth that settles deep in my spirit like a holy fire. I created you with intention, and I placed you in this moment on purpose. Lord, this truth begins changing how I breathe, how I think, how I see myself. You show me that clarity is not only about understanding your will, but accepting your love. Because a heart that doubts love will always doubt direction. So you heal me here, in the soft parts of my soul, in the places I hide even from myself. You teach me that clarity grows where love is received. That direction becomes clearer the moment I stop questioning whether I deserve to be led. That peace takes root where shame is uprooted. That confidence rises when condemnation falls. And so, Lord, I rest in your love, not as an idea, but as oxygen, as truth, as home. You begin guiding my thoughts toward the future, but no longer with fear, now with expectancy. No longer with anxiety, now with assurance. No longer with hesitation, now with quiet, steady boldness. Because if you lead me, the path will hold. If you guide me, the steps will align. If you go before me, nothing behind me can destroy what you are building. Lord, I feel you strengthening my inner vision, teaching me to see not with fear, but with faith, not with doubt, but with discernment, not with insecurity, but with identity. You lift my eyes beyond what seems possible and begin showing me what is promised. You whisper that I don't need to know every detail, just the one who holds every detail. I don't need to predict outcomes, just trust the God who ordains them. I don't need to fear tomorrow, because you are already in it. Lord, in this moment, clarity becomes not something I chase, but something I carry. It becomes not a distant revelation, but a present reality, a posture, a peace, a knowing, deep, immovable, holy. And so, Father, I surrender again, slowly, gently, willingly. Not because I must, but because I want to. Not out of fear, but out of trust. Not with uncertainty, but with peace. Lead me, Lord, and I will follow. Guide me, and I will walk. Speak, and I will listen. Move, and I will respond. For you are my clarity, my compass, my confidence, my calm, my Christ. I am yours, all of me, fully, completely, forever. Lord, as I continue to rest inside the quiet sanctuary of your presence, I feel your spirit drawing me into an even deeper unveiling, one where trust becomes transformation and transformation becomes calling. Something profound is happening within me, something I cannot quite explain, yet I know it is real, certain, holy. It feels like you are stitching together every fragmented part of my soul, weaving clarity through places that once felt tangled and dim. There is a tenderness in the way you speak to me here, a gentleness in the way you lift the weight from my shoulders, reminding me that you do not measure me by my performance, but by my surrender. And in this holy gentleness, Lord, you begin touching the places I have avoided, places where disappointment left residue, where fear built walls, where doubt left shadows. Yet you walk into those places without hesitation, without disgust, without distance. You enter them the way light enters a dark room, softly, effortlessly, completely. You do not expose to shame, you expose to heal. And I feel that healing beginning like a quiet sunrise spreading warmth across cold ground. Lord, you begin revealing that clarity is not only for direction, but for restoration, for identity, for wholeness. You show me that part of the confusion I've carried did not come from lack of answers, but from wounds I never allowed you to fully touch. Wounds that whispered lies so consistently that I started mistaking them for truth. But here, in this sacred nearness, you begin untangling those lies gently, whispering to them until they lose their power. You remind me that I am not who hurt me, not who left me, not who doubted me, not who misunderstood me, not who I was at my lowest moment. I am who you say I am, and that truth alone begins rewiring my spirit. Lord, I feel you awakening something inside me that has been asleep, not because of rebellion, but because of exhaustion, and you breathe life into that place with a tenderness that feels like healing wrapped in light. You show me that clarity is the fruit of closeness. The more I stay near you, the more I see clearly, not just what to do, but who I am, who you are, and what this life is truly about. Lord, you begin teaching me that purpose is not a task, but a posture, not an achievement, but an alignment, not a destination, but a relationship. How many times have I waited for a sign when you were waiting for surrender, waited for certainty when you were offering closeness, waited for solutions when you were inviting me into stillness? And now, Lord, here in this moment, I begin to understand. Your voice is clearest where my heart is quietest. So I quiet myself again. I breathe deeply. I lean into your presence, and I let your words settle into the deepest corners of my soul. You whisper, "Do not fear the unknown, for I am already there." And Lord, something in me loosens again, because so much of my worry has come from trying to predict the future, from trying to control outcomes, from trying to prepare for things I cannot possibly anticipate. But you show me that I was never called to be my own protector. You are. I was never asked to understand everything. I was asked to trust. I was never meant to walk by sight, but by faith that sees through your eyes. And so I begin releasing the illusion of control, letting my grip unclench, letting my breath slow, letting my spirit lean fully into your reliability. Lord, you reveal something else in this holy quiet, something I have long overlooked. You show me that clarity is connected not only to hearing, but to healing. That a wounded heart misinterprets even the purest guidance. That a tired soul struggles to recognize truth. That a fearful mind distorts what you speak. So you begin healing me, slowly, thoroughly, intentionally. You place your hand on memories that still ache. Moments I hid even from myself. Moments I pretended didn't matter. Moments that shaped me in ways I didn't acknowledge. And you whisper, I was there. Lord, when I hear that, something breaks open in me. A quiet cry, a hidden grief, a soft release I didn't know I needed. You were there in the disappointment. You were there in the confusion. You were there in the loneliness. You were there when I felt abandoned, when I felt unseen, when I felt unworthy. You were there, not watching from a distance, but sitting beside me in the places where hope was hard to hold. And you tell me, my child, nothing you walked through was wasted. Lord, those words settle over me like rain on dry soil. Because I have questioned, I have wondered, I have wrestled with why. Why certain things happened, why certain people left, why certain seasons broke me, why certain prayers felt unanswered, why certain chapters closed before I was ready. And you show me gently that even when life felt wild and chaotic, you were working beneath the surface, sowing purpose where pain lived, planting healing inside heartbreak, preparing strength inside seasons of struggle. You remind me that nothing grows on mountaintops. Growth happens in valleys. And though I didn't know it, you were shaping me there. Lord, you begin shifting my perspective, turning past pain into wisdom, turning wounds into testimonies, turning survival into strength, turning broken pieces into building blocks. And I begin seeing my story through your eyes, not as a series of random events, but as a beautifully orchestrated path where every turn had intention, every delay had protection, every struggle had purpose. You whisper, my child, you did not fail, you grew. And Lord, those words touch places inside me that I have long criticized, long condemned, long misunderstood. For so long, I thought the valley was punishment, but you show me it was preparation. For so long, I thought the silence meant you were absent, but you show me it was because you were working in ways my eyes couldn't perceive. For so long, I thought the wounds meant weakness, but you show me they were openings for your glory. Lord, as you heal my past, you begin revealing something even greater. My future is not fragile in your hands. My destiny is not delicate. My purpose is not a thin thread that can snap easily. It is anchored in eternity, written before my first breath, guarded by your sovereignty, and strengthened by everything I've overcome. And so you invite me deeper into trust, the kind of trust that doesn't ask for proof, the kind of trust that doesn't demand a timeline, the kind of trust that doesn't shrink under uncertainty. A trust that says, if you lead me, I will go. If you speak, I will follow. If you call, I will answer. If you shift me, I will surrender. Lord, you begin awakening courage within me, not loud, aggressive courage, but quiet, resilient courage. The kind that stands firm even when my knees tremble. The kind that moves forward even when fear whispers. The kind that chooses faith even when sight is limited. You whisper, my child, clarity is not the absence of fear. It is the presence of me. And Lord, in that truth, something inside me rises again. Strength, peace, resolve, identity, holy confidence. Not because I am strong, but because you are. Not because I know everything, but because you guide perfectly. Not because I see the whole road, but because I see the one who walks beside me. Lord, I surrender my future again into your hands. I release my past again into your mercy. I place my present again into your peace. Shape me, lead me, heal me, use me, align me, fill me, and keep me near your heart, for clarity lives there. I am yours, Lord, and that is enough. Lord, As I step deeper into this unfolding journey with you, I feel your presence settling over me once more, steady, warm, unhurried, like a hand resting gently over my trembling heart. Something about this moment feels different. It's as though you're not only speaking to where I've been, but preparing me for where I'm going. There is a holy weight in the air, a sense that your spirit is drawing me from healing into equipping, from equipping into awakening, and from awakening into purpose. And so, Lord, I lean in again, quieter, more open, more aware, listening for the whisper that doesn't just comfort me, but calls me. Because I can feel it. You are calling me deeper, calling me higher, calling me forward, not just into clarity, but into transformation, not just into understanding, but into embodiment, not just into hearing, but into becoming. Lord, you begin touching the parts of me that once hid from responsibility, the parts that said, I'm not ready, not capable, not worthy, not enough. And you speak to those parts with a firm but gentle certainty that breaks their power. Child, you are ready because I am with you. Those words echo through me like a holy wind, sweeping away doubts that have clung to me for years. You show me that readiness is not a feeling. It is a posture. It is not about possessing every skill, but possessing surrender. It is not about flawless confidence, but willingness to be used. And so I open my hands again. I loosen my grip on self-preservation. I breathe out the fear that tells me to stay small. And I whisper, Lord, prepare me. But you show me you are preparing me. You have been preparing me long before I realized it. Every valley strengthened me. Every silence stretched me. Every delay deepened me. Every disappointment refined me. Every unanswered prayer built endurance inside me. Lord, you begin showing me that nothing in my story has been random, that even the chapters I tried to erase were woven into purpose. You speak with a voice both tender and unshakably sure. My child, I did not allow anything that would not one day become part of your strength. And suddenly, Lord, I begin to see my life differently, not as a sequence of disconnected events, but as a divine curriculum. Pain taught me compassion. Loss taught me humility. Closed doors taught me discernment. Waiting taught me trust. Silence taught me sensitivity. Loneliness taught me intimacy. Failure taught me dependence. And through it all, you were teaching me how to recognize your voice, how to follow your leading, how to rest in your timing, how to see through your eyes. Lord, clarity begins transforming into calling. Calling begins transforming into courage. Courage begins transforming into obedience. And obedience becomes the foundation of purpose. You remind me that purpose is not an assignment to be feared, but a partnership with you. Not a burden to carry alone, but a journey we walk together. And in this stillness, you begin unfolding the truth. That purpose is less about what I will do, and more about who I will become. A vessel, a light, a reflection of your heart, a carrier of your presence, a witness of your mercy, a voice of your truth, a harbor for the hurting, a bridge for the broken, a blessing to those you send my way. Lord, you begin showing me that calling is not a moment, it is a lifetime of saying yes. Yes when I'm confident, yes when I'm uncertain, yes when I'm afraid, yes when I feel unqualified, yes when I feel prepared, yes when I feel overwhelmed, yes because I trust you, not because I trust myself. And so, Lord, I whisper it again, yes, Father, whatever you desire, let it be so. Then you begin speaking to a deeper truth, that calling requires clarity not just of direction, but of identity. Because how can I walk boldly if I still see myself through a distorted lens? How can I carry light if I still believe darkness defines me? How can I speak life if I still believe lies spoken over me? So you begin touching every fragile part of my identity with truth. You are chosen. You are capable. You are strengthened. You are purified. You are beloved. You are equipped. You are mine. Lord, those truths do not merely comfort me. They reshape me. They rebuild my inner world. They carve out space for courage to rise. And then you begin speaking to the purpose ahead of me, not in details, but in invitation. You whisper, I will walk with you. And Lord, that one promise changes everything. If I walk with you, I will not lose my way. If I walk with you, I will not fall into confusion. If I walk with you, I will not step outside of my purpose. If I walk with you, I will not be overcome by fear. Your presence becomes my compass. Your peace becomes my confirmation. Your word becomes my foundation. Your whisper becomes my direction. Lord, you reveal that calling is not something I chase. It is something I recognize as I walk close to you. Purpose is not discovered in stress, but in stillness, not in striving, but in surrender, not in forcing, but in following. And so I yield again, my plans, my preferences, my expectations, my timelines, my need to know every detail. I place them all into your hands, and I trust the hands that have never failed me. Then you begin showing me that you are not only calling me, but preparing places for me, opening doors for me, aligning people with me, shifting atmospheres around me, orchestrating moments ahead of me. You whisper, what is ahead is not random. It is arranged. Lord, that truth settles deep inside me, reminding me that I do not walk into the future uncertain. I walk into it accompanied by a God who has already been there. And you begin highlighting something else, the importance of sensitivity, the importance of guarding my heart, the importance of staying aligned, the importance of hearing you daily, the importance of remaining in step with your spirit. Because calling is not only about going, it is about staying close, staying pure in intention, staying humble in posture, staying attentive in spirit, staying surrendered in heart, staying anchored in truth, staying yielded to your whisper. Lord, you begin showing me that what you are building in me requires protection over my spirit, over my peace, over my focus, over my relationships, over my inner life. You whisper, what I am growing in you must be guarded. And I understand, some things cannot go with me into the next season. Some habits must fall away. Some distractions must be cut off. Some patterns must be broken. Some wounds must be healed. Some mindsets must be renewed. Lord, you begin inviting me into spiritual maturity, the kind that stands in truth even when emotions shift, the kind that holds on to hope even when circumstances shake, the kind that listens to your whisper louder than my fears, the kind that chooses obedience even when it costs something. And in this place, Lord, I begin to feel purpose growing inside me like a seed waking to the warmth of spring, slowly, gently, unfolding with holy intention. You remind me that seeds do not grow through striving. They grow through surrender to the soil. And so here I am, surrendered, softened, available, ready to be used, ready to be led, ready to walk with clarity, rooted in you. Lord, thank you for shaping me. Thank you for preparing me. Thank you for calling me. Thank you for walking with me. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for seeing more in me than I ever saw in myself. Continue your work in me, for I am yours fully, freely, forever. Lord, as I step further into this quiet unfolding with you, I feel another layer of your presence settling over me, gentle, steady, almost like warm hands resting on both sides of my face, inviting me to lift my eyes higher than I have ever lifted them before. There is something sacred in this moment, something that feels like you are not only calling me, but commissioning me. And as you draw me closer, I sense you preparing my spirit to receive truths that do not just comfort, but reshape. Truths that do not just heal, but ignite. Truths that do not just speak, but send. And so, Lord, I breathe slowly and let my soul open wider. I let every guarded place loosen. I let every cautious thought soften. I let every hidden worry rise into the atmosphere of your presence. Because here, Lord, nothing is wasted, nothing is judged, nothing is dismissed. And in this holy nearness, you begin showing me a part of my journey I have rarely confronted. The part of me that has feared my own calling. The part of me that has shrunk back from the weight of purpose. The part of me that has wondered whether I am truly capable of living out the destiny you have written. Lord, you touch that place with tenderness, not rebuke, but reassurance, not pressure, but peace, not demand, but invitation. You whisper, my child, what I place on you, I also empower you to carry. And I feel something inside me exhale, a long, trembling release of fear I didn't realize I was still clutching. You remind me that calling is not a burden. It is evidence of trust. You do not assign purpose to those you have not equipped, and you do not equip those you do not love. Lord, you begin revealing that part of the confusion I've often felt about my future didn't come from lack of direction, but from lack of belief in myself. I have heard you clearly many times, but doubted quietly whether I was truly worthy of being used by you. But here, in this sacred stillness, you silence that doubt with holy authority. You are mine, and that alone qualifies you. Lord, by those words press deeply into the core of my identity. They begin to break lies I've lived under for years. Lies that said I was too imperfect, too inconsistent, too fragile, too flawed, too wounded, too late, too behind. But you speak over every lie with a voice that carries eternity in it. Nothing disqualifies the one I call. Nothing stops the one I strengthen. Nothing limits the one I lead. Nothing can hinder what I ordain. And Lord, and as you speak, I feel courage beginning to rise in me like a tide, slow, steady, undeniable. A courage that is not loud or prideful, but grounded and holy. A courage born in surrender, a courage born in nearness, a courage born in trust. Then you begin unveiling a deeper truth. Calling is not only about being used by you, it is about becoming like you. You whisper, I am forming Christ within you. And suddenly, Lord, I realize that every painful season, every waiting period, every moment of confusion, every midnight prayer, every tear that fell without an answer, they were not failures. They were formation. They were chiseling moments. They were refining moments. They were shaping moments. They were moments where heaven touched earth in hidden ways, ways my eyes could not see, but my spirit can now recognize. And you show me gently that calling is less about assignment and more about alignment. When you align my heart, everything else flows. When you align my desires, obedience becomes natural. When you align my will, direction becomes clear. When you align my identity, fear loses its grip. Lord, but you begin touching another place in me, the place of hesitation, the part of me that has said, Lord, I'm afraid to step out. The part that has worried, what if I fail? The part that has whispered, what if I'm not enough? But you answer every fear with a truth so firm that it shakes the ground of my insecurity. You are not stepping out alone. You are stepping out in me. You remind me that I am not responsible for outcomes, only obedience. I am not responsible for results, only surrender. I am not responsible for success, only faithfulness. And Lord, that truth frees me. It frees me from the weight of perfection. It frees me from the pressure to perform. It frees me from the fear of missteps. It frees me from the anxiety of expectation. Because if you guide, I cannot be lost. If you strengthen, I cannot be broken. If you cover, I cannot be destroyed. If you lead, I cannot be defeated. Lord, you begin revealing something deeper still, that calling requires courage not just to move forward, but to let go. Let go of old identities, old fears, old versions of myself, old ways of thinking, old limitations, old narratives, old wounds, old coping mechanisms, old comfort zones. Because new seasons require new mindsets. New assignments require new strength. New elevation requires new surrender. And you whisper, "What I am bringing you into cannot be carried with who you used to be." Lord, those words burn with truth. You show me that growth is not punishment. It is preparation. Transition is not loss. It is transformation. Letting go is not abandonment. It is advancement. And so I begin releasing, not reluctantly, but willingly, not nervously, but trustingly, not half-heartedly, but fully. You take every old weight off my shoulders like dirt shaken from worn-out garments. You remove every label I once carried: failure, not enough, unseen, unqualified, late, less than, forgotten. And you clothe me in identity, renewed, redeemed, restored, prepared, strengthened, chosen, called, yours. Lord, you begin turning my attention forward, not to overwhelm me, but to awaken me, not to pressure me, but to position me. You whisper, "There is more ahead than behind. The future I have prepared is greater than the past you survived." You are stepping into purpose, not by accident, but by appointment. And Lord, those words fill me with a certainty I cannot explain. A quiet, grounded assurance that my next season will not look like my last. That everything you have been doing inside me is about to be revealed around me. That what felt hidden is about to become fruitful. That what felt delayed is about to accelerate. That what felt confusing is about to make sense. That what felt heavy is about to lift. And in this holy clarity, you invite me to stand, not physically, but spiritually. You invite me to rise in confidence, not confidence in myself, but in you. You whisper, "My child, walk forward boldly. I am with you. I go before you. I surround you. I strengthen you. I cover you. I uphold you. I send you." Lord, I receive those words. I let them settle into the deepest part of my being. I let them fill the spaces where fear once lived. I let them anchor the places where doubt once whispered. I let them shape the path I will walk. And so I declare with quiet certainty, Lord, I am ready, not perfect, but prepared, not fearless, but trusting, not flawless, but surrendered, not strong in myself, but strong in you. Lead me, Lord, and I will follow. Call me, and I will answer. Send me, and I will go. Fill me, and I will pour out. Guide me, and I will walk with clarity, the clarity that comes not from sight, but from surrender. Lord, as I continue walking deeper into this sacred unfolding with you, I feel you shifting the atmosphere once again, softly, slowly, yet unmistakably. It is as if you are preparing to reveal a dimension of your heart that I have long needed, but never fully known how to receive. A dimension that carries both tenderness and holy fire, both gentleness and unstoppable strength, both comfort and calling. And as my spirit grows still before you, Lord, something inside me knows this is not just another moment. This is a turning point. I sense you drawing me into the inner chambers of your presence, where the noise of the world cannot enter, where fear cannot breathe, where doubt loses its voice, where every unsteady part of me is steadied by your nearness. And in this place, Lord, you begin to speak, not loudly, but with a quiet authority that pierces the deepest layers of my soul. My child, now that your heart is open, now that your spirit is awake, now that your steps are turning toward my will, I must give you something greater than clarity, greater than comfort, greater than understanding. I must give you endurance. Lord, Endurance, a word I often underestimate, yet a truth I desperately need. Because calling is beautiful, but it is also demanding. Purpose is holy, but it also requires perseverance. Destiny is glorious, but it also requires the strength to continue when the path grows steep, when the night grows long, when the soul feels tired. And you begin showing me, Lord, that spiritual endurance is not the same as human willpower. Willpower runs out, determination breaks, motivation fades, but endurance, your endurance, is something supernatural, something anchored, something sustained not by emotion, but by your presence. You say, endurance is the breath of my spirit inside you, the strength that carries you when your own strength ends. And Lord, those words settle in me like medicine. They expose all the moments I tried to push through in my own power, all the days I tried to be strong alone, all the nights I tried to hold myself together, all the seasons where I tried to outrun my own weakness instead of resting in your strength. But here, in this holy nearness, you begin dismantling the lie that I must be strong all the time. You whisper, my child, I never required you to be unbroken. I only asked you to be surrendered. And that truth melts something in me. A long-held pressure I didn't even realize had become a burden. I thought you wanted perfection, but you wanted presence. I thought you wanted performance, but you wanted honesty. I thought you wanted flawless obedience, but you wanted willing devotion. I thought you wanted strength, but you wanted reliance. Lord, you reveal that endurance is not the ability to hustle, to strive, to keep moving without rest. Endurance is the ability to stay connected to you, to remain in your presence, to stay in the flow of your peace, to lean, not lift, to trust, not clutch, to receive, not force. You say endurance is born in intimacy, not in effort. Lord, that changes everything. It means I do not endure by trying harder. I endure by staying closer. It means I do not succeed by becoming stronger. I succeed by becoming more surrendered. It means I do not overcome by pushing my way through. I overcome by walking with you. And you begin showing me how many times in the past I nearly quit. Not because I lacked calling, but because I lacked communion. I was running on empty, praying on fumes, carrying purpose on exhausted shoulders, building with weary hands. But you whisper, I never asked you to run without me. Lord Ranam, in that realization, something inside me loosens. You touch every place where exhaustion hid. The exhaustion of disappointment, the exhaustion of waiting, the exhaustion of long battles, the exhaustion of silent seasons, the exhaustion of unseen obedience, the exhaustion of fighting fears I thought I should have outgrown. And you say, let the weary parts of you come to me. Let the tired parts breathe again. Let the broken places rest. Endurance is not about proving yourself. It is about depending on me. Lord, I feel my soul almost collapsing into that truth. Not collapsing into defeat, but collapsing into relief. The relief of knowing that I do not have to hold myself up because you hold me. The relief of knowing that endurance is not a test, but a gift. Not a demand, but a promise. Not a burden, but a blessing. Then you begin showing me something deeper. That endurance is not only about staying strong, but about staying faithful, staying steady, staying rooted, staying anchored when storms rise, staying hopeful when answers delay, staying peaceful when circumstances shake, staying trusting when nothing makes sense. You say endurance is the protection of your calling. Lord, then, that truth illuminates everything. You show me that many blessings are not lost because they were never meant to be mine, but because I did not yet have the endurance to carry them. Many prayers were not denied. They were delayed until I could endure their weight. Many promises were not abandoned. They were preserved until my roots were deep enough to handle the storm of fulfillment. You whisper, I do not give small callings. I give strong shoulders. And Lord, I feel you fortifying my inner being with divine strength, a strength that is not noisy or dramatic, but steady, anchored, quiet, unyielding, like the rising foundation of a new life being built brick by holy brick. Then you reveal another truth, that endurance is impossible without joy. You say, the joy of the Lord is your strength, and where there is no joy, strength leaks. And Lord, I realize how many times I have tried to push forward without joy, how many times I have done the right things, but with a weary heart, how many times I have prayed, but without delight, how many times I have obeyed, but without rejoicing, how many times I have endured, but without the refreshing sweetness of your presence. But you begin restoring that joy, not the loud joy of circumstances, but the deep, quiet joy of communion. The joy that whispers, I am with you. The joy that reminds me, you are mine. The joy that grounds me in eternity. The joy that sustains me in storms. The joy that fills the empty spaces of my soul. The joy that makes obedience sweet. The joy that makes endurance possible. Lord, you then touch a place in me that I rarely expose. The place where disappointment once wounded me. The part of me that has silently wondered whether it is safe to hope again, safe to believe again, safe to dream again, safe to trust again. But you speak into that place with holy tenderness, my child. Endurance is the healing of hope. And suddenly I understand. The enemy did not only want to break my strength, he wanted to break my hope. He wanted me to stop expecting goodness, stop praying with faith, stop believing for breakthrough, stop anticipating miracles, stop dreaming with you. But endurance, holy endurance, revives hope, revives expectation, revives holy imagination, revives spiritual confidence, revives the ability to look ahead with courage instead of fear. You whisper, hope is the fire that keeps you moving. Let me rekindle it in you. And Lord, I let you breathe life into every place hope grew dim. I let you awaken dreams I laid down too early. I let you resurrect promises I thought were dead. I let you restore courage I once abandoned. I let you rebuild anticipation where hesitation once lived. And as hope rises, my endurance rises with it. Because hope fuels endurance, and endurance protects hope. Then you shift again, inviting me not just to receive endurance, but to step into it. You whisper, stand, my child, and walk forward, not in your strength, but in mine. Lord, I feel myself rising inside, a rising that is not loud or emotional, but grounded, certain, steady. A rising that feels like being rebuilt from the inside out, like new breath filling old lungs, like new courage flowing into tired bones, like new strength settling into places where weakness once lived. And I declare quietly, yes, Lord, I will walk, I will endure, I will trust, I will believe, I will follow, I will not give up, I will not shrink back, I will not lose heart, because you are with me, and in you I am able. Lord, let endurance be formed in me, not through pressure, but through presence, not through striving, but through surrender, not through exhaustion, but through intimacy, not through fear, but through love. For your love, Lord, is the wellspring of my strength. Lord, as I continue walking through this sacred unfolding with you, something in my spirit begins to shift in ways I didn't expect, in ways I didn't even know I needed. It is as if you are gently reaching into the deepest layers of my heart, layers I have kept hidden from myself for years, and you are touching them with a tenderness so divine that it almost breaks me, but not in a painful way, in a freeing way, in a way that feels like chains loosening and walls softening. For so long, Lord, I believed that receiving your presence meant only receiving comfort, but now I understand. Your presence does far more than comfort. It reveals, it confronts, it awakens, it restores, it redefines, and it prepares. And here, in this unfolding, you begin revealing another truth I have not fully embraced before. A truth about identity, a truth about inheritance, a truth about belonging. For years, Lord, I tried to earn belonging. I tried to earn worth. I tried to earn acceptance. I tried to earn love from people, from the world, even from myself. But you stopped me gently with a word that dissolves every illusion I ever believed about value. You belong because you are mine, not because you perform, not because you impress, not because you achieve, not because you succeed, but because I chose you before the foundations of the world. Lord, that truth settles into me like warm oil flowing over wounds I didn't realize were still open. Wounds from rejection, wounds from comparison, wounds from being overlooked, wounds from trying to prove my worth to those who could never validate what only you can define. And as you speak, I feel the weight of those old burdens begin to break off of me, one by one. The burden of self-judgment, the burden of striving, the burden of people-pleasing, the burden of inadequacy. Lord, you dismantle them with a single whisper, "You are my beloved," and that is enough. You begin showing me that my worth was never supposed to come from achievements or applause. It was supposed to come from identity. It was supposed to come from being loved by you. And suddenly, Lord, I realize something that shakes me gently to my core. I have spent so many years trying to become what you already said I am. You whisper, you are already chosen, already loved, already called, already seen, already set apart, already appointed, already enough in me. Lord, those words begin rewriting the inner narrative I've lived with for so long. Narratives that said I had to prove myself to earn a place. Narratives that said I had to be perfect to be accepted. Narratives that said I had to accomplish something great to matter. But you correct those lies with a truth so gentle and yet so powerful that it shakes the foundation of every insecurity in me. You mattered before you ever did anything. You were loved before you ever prayed your first prayer. You were chosen before you ever understood my name. You were mine before the world ever had the chance to define you. Lord, this truth feels like you are breathing new life into places that have been tired for years, places that have been waiting for affirmation, places that have been longing for approval, places that have been hungry for identity. And in this moment, you do not just speak identity, you anchor it. You whisper, you are not an orphan. You are my child. You are not forgotten. You are held. You are not unseen. You are cherished. You are not behind. You are aligned with my timing. You are not disqualified. You are redeemed and empowered. Lord, these words sink into me with a depth I cannot explain. They feel like new roots growing beneath my feet. Roots of confidence. Roots of belonging. Roots of assurance. Roots of spiritual stability. And I sense you leading me into another revelation. That identity is not only about who I am, but about who you are in me. You begin showing me that you are not just my God. You are my Father. You are not just my Savior. You are my shepherd. You are not just my Redeemer. You are my companion. You are not just my protector. You are my provider. You are not just my strength. You are my source. You are not just near. You are within me. And Lord, this truth humbles me. It makes me realize that I have never been as alone as I once feared. That even in my darkest moments, even in the nights when sleep avoided me, even in the mornings when hope felt distant, even in seasons when answers were delayed, your presence was surrounding me. Your love was sustaining me. Your voice was guiding me. Your hand was upholding me. You whisper, you are never outside my reach, never outside my care, never outside my sight. Lord, you begin reminding me of moments in my life I had completely forgotten. Moments when I should have broken, but didn't. Moments when I should have given up, but somehow kept going. Moments when the storm should have drowned me, but peace found me. Moments when fear should have swallowed me, but courage lifted me. Moments when despair whispered loudly, but hope whispered louder. And you show me gently that none of those moments were coincidences. They were proof that you were guiding me long before I understood how to follow. Proof that you were protecting me long before I knew how to ask. Proof that you were loving me long before I knew how to receive. You whisper, your life is not random. Your steps are not accidental. Your journey is not wasted. Your story is not forgotten. I have been writing it with love, line by line, season by season, moment by moment. Lord, these words feel like a blanket around my spirit, warm, grounding, comforting, steady. But then you take me deeper still into the understanding that identity does not only shape how I see myself, it shapes how I live. When I know who I am, I no longer chase validation. When I know who I am, I no longer fear rejection. When I know who I am, I no longer shrink when called. When I know who I am, I no longer compare my journey to others. When I know who I am, I no longer hesitate when you open a door. When I know who I am, I walk in peace. I walk in purpose. I walk in confidence. I walk in clarity. I walk in courage. And Lord, you whisper something that feels like both a prophecy and a promise. When you finally see yourself the way I see you, nothing will be able to stop you from walking in what I have prepared. Lord, I let those words settle deeply, quietly, completely, because I know if I can believe this truth, really believe it, my life will never be the same. You continue, my child, identity is the foundation of destiny, and today I am solidifying that foundation. Lord, I breathe in slowly. I let this moment mark me. I let this truth become part of me. I let this revelation take root, because for the first time in a long time, I don't just feel called, I feel claimed, I feel held, I feel chosen, I feel known, I feel yours, and that changes everything. My child, come closer now. Let your heart steady itself beneath the weight of these words, for in this hour, I am drawing you deeper into a realm your mind has only glimpsed, a place where revelation becomes breath and clarity becomes the very ground under your feet. You have walked through fire, through nights where silence felt like abandonment, through days where uncertainty pressed against your chest like a stone. But even then, even in the shadows you feared would swallow you, I was planting light inside you, a light that could not be extinguished by circumstance, nor dimmed by disappointment. Listen, for what I am about to reveal is not merely truth. It is alignment. It is awakening. It is the recalibration of your spirit to the frequency of heaven. You have wondered why this battle felt so long, why the valley stretched farther than your strength could travel, why prayers rose like smoke but answers felt distant. But hear me, the valley was not punishment. It was preparation. Every tear was instruction. Every burden was training. Every silence was sharpening your discernment. You were not walking alone. You were being shaped, refined, fortified, and now, the very sensitivity you once thought was weakness has become the gateway to your destiny. Your spirit has grown awake, attuned to whispers others overlook, able to perceive danger before it manifests, and truth before it is spoken. My child, you are not who you were when this began. You have evolved, expanded, matured beneath my hand, and the mantle resting upon you now is heavier, richer, more radiant than anything you carried before. Let this truth settle deep. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were crafted for sacred things. Your life woven with purpose. Your existence wrapped in divine intention, long before the world ever tried to name you. Now listen closely, for there is something you must understand, something essential for the season ahead. You are stepping into a realm where what you carry will confront darkness, not with force, but with presence, not with noise, but with authority, not with striving, but with alignment. This next chapter requires clarity, requires purity, requires a heart guarded from the subtle poisons that masquerade as comfort, as entertainment, as harmless distractions. Protect your focus, for what you feed your spirit will determine the sharpness of your vision, and your vision is the key to every breakthrough I have prepared. Your eyes cannot behold glory if they are clouded with bitterness. Your ears cannot discern my whisper if they are drowned in noise. Your heart cannot carry fire if it clings to residue from the past. Release it, all of it, the memories that sting, the voices that wounded, the moments that tried to convince you that you were small, unseen, forgotten. You are none of those things. You are my chosen one, my beloved child, my vessel of light in a dim world. Feel my nearness now, like warmth rising in your chest, like a gentle hand laying itself upon your heart, like peace threading itself through every anxious corner of your mind. I am with you, not visiting, dwelling, not observing, guiding, not distant, intimately close. There is something else you must know. The assignment I've placed upon you is not meant to be carried alone. You were formed for community, shaped to walk among others who bear my name instead of teaching you to live. But hear me now, with a clarity sharper than any lie that ever tried to shape you. You are not defined by what hurt you. You are not reduced by what broke you. You are not limited by what disappointed you. Everything that wounded you is becoming the very soil from which strength now rises. A strength you didn't know existed. A strength forged in nights no one saw. A strength born from moments that almost crushed you, but could not, because my hand was holding your heart in its fight to keep beating. You have asked, God, why did I have to go through that? Why did I have to feel that pain? Why couldn't you just remove it, stop it, change it, rewrite it? And I say to you now, with tenderness deeper than oceans, I did not send the pain, but I refused to waste it. What the enemy tried to use to destroy you, I have repurposed to develop you. What was meant to silence you, I have turned into the fire that fuels your voice. What was meant to shatter you, I have transformed into the very thing that sharpens your discernment, your vision, your compassion, your authority. My child, every tear you shed watered the ground for a future you could not yet see, but I saw it, I held it, I protected it, even when you didn't recognize my presence. Listen, the pain you walked through was not proof of my absence. It was proof of your calling. Those who carry deep purpose often walk through deep valleys, not because they are forsaken, but because their destiny requires depth. And depth is carved by experience, by endurance, by battles that teach the soul how to stand even when everything shakes. You survived what others would have collapsed under, not because you are strong on your own, but because my strength has been quietly upholding you the entire time. And now, that same strength is becoming visible, rising within you like dawn breaking open the dark. This is why you feel different. Why your spirit feels heavier yet lighter, why your heart feels tender yet fierce, why your mind feels weary yet awakened. You are being remade, reconstructed, fortified from within. The pain did not win. The past did not own you. The wounds did not destroy you. They became the birthplace of your anointing. Now hear me. What once felt like loss was actually pruning, clearing space for the fruit I intended to grow. Fruit you couldn't carry if you remained attached to what wounded you. Fruit that requires freedom from people, habits, patterns that could not go where I am taking you. Release them. Release the old stories. Release the labels others placed upon you. Release the version of yourself that learned survival but forgot joy. For I am doing something new in you. Not someday, but now, in this moment. with every breath your lungs take. You are stepping into wholeness, not because your past was easy, but because my grace is greater than anything that tried to break you. Look at your journey with new eyes. You didn't walk through darkness alone. You walked with the one who turns darkness into revelation, ashes into beauty, pain into purpose, and brokenness into brilliance. My child, what you carry after the valley is more powerful than what you carried before it. You have depth now. You have insight now. You have empathy now. You have authority now. You see differently. You feel differently. You discern differently. And this is not accidental. This is intentional. This is divine. This is the shaping of someone created to shift atmospheres, to break cycles, to shine where others dim, to speak life where others remain silent. The pain was not your ending. It was your equipping. Walk forward now, with shoulders lifted, with heart open, with eyes clear. For what I restore fully. And what I redeem completely. And you, my beloved child, are stepping into a season where restoration will not whisper, it will roar. My child, come closer still. There is a depth I must take you into, a place within your spirit that has waited years, perhaps decades, for these next words to finally reach it. You have seen glimpses of who you are in me, but only glimpses, like reflections in rippling water. Beautiful, yes, but distorted by fear, by memories, by voices that never spoke in my name. Now I desire to steady the waters, to still the trembling in your soul, so that you may finally behold yourself with the clarity of heaven's perspective. Listen, you have been carrying shame that never belonged to you. You have been replaying mistakes I forgave long ago. You have been living under labels that were never written in my book. And I whisper this now with tenderness, deep enough to break every chain you've carried. It is time to forgive yourself. Yes, you have forgiven others. You have released those who hurt you. You have buried the old wounds under layers of faith and endurance. But you have not forgiven you. You still condemn yourself for moments you didn't understand. Seasons where you were simply surviving. Times when you acted from pain instead of wisdom, from fear instead of faith. My child, release it now. All of it. Let it fall from your hands like stones you were never meant to carry. If I, the Holy One, do not accuse you, then why do you still accuse yourself? If my mercy has washed you, why do you insist on living as though you remain unclean? Come, feel the gentleness in my voice, the softness in my presence. I am not pointing at your failures. I am pointing at your freedom. Let the memory of your mistakes become testimonies of my grace. Let the weight you've carried become evidence of the strength I formed in your spirit. Every misstep, every detour, every moment you wish you could undo, I have woven into a tapestry that reflects redemption, not ruin. You see broken pieces, but I see stained glass, shining with colors that only suffering can produce. You see regret, but I see refinement. You see wasted years, but I see wisdom for the generations that will follow you. You see what you lost. I see what you gained. Depth, compassion, resilience, discernment, an unshakable testimony born from battle. You are not who you were. You are becoming who you were meant to be. Let this truth settle. Let it soak into every corner of your weary soul until the lies no longer have a voice strong enough to rise against it. You have been walking with your head lowered, thinking humility means shrinking yourself. But humility is not self-hatred. It is seeing yourself as I see you, nothing more, nothing less. Lift your head now. Lift your gaze. Lift your expectations. For I am raising you, not because you are flawless, but because you are surrendered. Not because you have earned it, but because I have called you. My child, You are stepping into a season where you must walk, speak, live, and pray from identity, not insecurity. The days ahead will require a confidence rooted not in your ability, but in my presence within you. You must walk like one who knows they have been forgiven, restored, chosen, sent, protected, and anointed. You must walk like one whose past no longer chains them, whose wounds no longer define them, whose mistakes no longer silence them. You must walk like a child who knows the Father delights in them. Hear me, delights in you, not the version you pretend to be, not the mask you wear to feel accepted, but you, the real you, the trembling you, the hopeful you, the healing you, the growing you, the present you. I rejoice over you with singing that shakes the heavens. I take pleasure in your existence, not your perfection, your presence. And now, I place my hand upon your chest, upon the very place where shame has been hiding, and I speak these words to break it once and for all. You are forgiven, you are free, you are mine. Walk in the freedom that cost my son his blood. Walk in the identity that no failure can erase. Walk in the light that no darkness can put out. For the world needs the version of you that is whole, that is healed, that is awake, that is unashamed. Rise, my child. Rise into this truth. Rise into this identity. Rise into this calling. The future awaiting you demands the healed you, not the haunted you. You are ready. In my child, breathe slowly now. Let your heart soften. Let every wall you've built, every defense, every anxious thought, begin to melt in the warmth of my presence. For this final moment together is not an ending, but a sealing, a holy marking, a divine imprint upon your spirit that will not wash away with time. You have journeyed through revelation, through fire, through remembrance, through identity, through surrender, through awakening, and now you stand on the threshold of transformation. Feel this moment. Feel the weight of glory resting upon you. Feel the certainty of my voice settling into the deepest chambers of your being. You are not who you were when this began. You have changed. You have opened. You have received. You have awakened. And now, I must take you into the final truth, the truth that anchors every promise, every calling, every assignment, every healing, every revelation I have spoken over you. My child, you are loved, not casually, not conditionally, not temporarily, but eternally, ferociously, relentlessly, completely. A love so vast the oceans of your world could not contain its measure. A love so deep no failure can drown it. A love so strong no enemy can steal it. A love so loyal no distance can diminish it. I do not love you because of what you do. I love you because of who you are and because of who I am. My love is not fragile. It does not fluctuate. It does not retreat. It does not break. You cannot outrun it. You cannot exhaust it. You cannot lose it. Even when you doubted me, I loved you. Even when you hid from me, I loved you. Even when you walked away, I loved you. Even when you believed lies about yourself, I loved you. And now, I call you to live from the fullness of that love, to let it define you, shape you, heal you, and propel you. No more living small. No more shrinking to please others. No more bearing the gifts I gave you. No more apologizing for the calling I placed upon your life. You are mine, and because you are mine, you walk in a boldness that is not arrogance, but inheritance. You walk in a fire that is not manufactured, but breathed by my spirit. You walk in an authority that is not earned, but bestowed. Let this truth rise in you now. Let it fill your lungs. Let it steady your spine. Let it awaken courage you forgot you carried. For I am sending you not as a wanderer, but as a witness, not as a survivor, but as a warrior, not as a shadow of who you once were, but as a living testimony of who I have made you to be. The world needs the healed you. The world needs the awakened you. The world needs the courageous you. The world needs the anointed you. You have been entrusted with a light that darkness cannot comprehend, with a voice hell cannot silence, with a purpose the enemy cannot undo, with a destiny that time cannot erode. Walk in it. Walk boldly. Walk without hesitation. For I go before you. I surround you. I stand behind you. I uphold you. I empower you. I protect you. I carry you. And when the path grows heavy, when fear whispers and when doubt presses, when shadows rise, lift your eyes and remember, I am here. Not far, not distant, not hidden, not silent. Here with you, in you, for you. You will never walk alone another day of your life. Let that truth burn brighter than every lie you believed. Let it silence every fear that once dictated your steps. Let it calm the storms that rise within your chest. Let it anchor you when the world tilts and trembles. You are not fragile. You are fortified. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are not ruined. You are redeemed. You are not wandering. You are sent. You are not surviving. You are rising. And as you rise, I will raise others through you. Your testimony will unlock theirs. Your healing will stir their hope. Your courage will ignite their faith. Your obedience will shift their story. This is how heaven moves. One awakened heart awakening another. So lift your face to mine. Lift your spirit to my breath. Lift your hands in surrender and expectancy. For this is not the end. This is the beginning of a new chapter. One written in grace, sealed in purpose, guided by my hand, and filled with my glory. Now go, with the strength I have given you, with the clarity I have spoken into you, with the fire I have lit within you, with the love that clothes you like armor of light. And when you feel weary, return here, to this moment, to these words, to this unveiling. For I am with you always, even to the end of the age. My beloved child, step forward, step boldly, step freely, step fully awake, and carry my light into the world that is waiting for the sound of your footsteps. This is your moment to rise. If this prayer touched your heart, if these words awaken something deep within you, then I invite you, with gentleness, not pressure, to help spread this light. Share this message, like it, comment your testimony. Let others hear what heaven is whispering to you, that through your small act of faith, another soul may find hope again.